everybody, welcome back to Reaction Therapy. I am Tom Stevens, your resident psychotherapist who's here to break down the lyrics of your favorite songs. And today is a good one. This one's been requested over and over and over again. It is 21 Pilots, Migraine. And I just cannot wait to dive into this because so many people have been waiting for this. And without further ado, let's jump into 21 Pilots, Migraine.
Am I the only one I know? Waging my wars behind my face and above my throat. Shadows will scream that I'm alone.
It's like a movie.
I've got a migraine, and my pain will range from up, down, and sideways. Thank God it's Friday, cause Fridays will always be better than Sundays, cause Sundays are my suicide days. I don't know why they always seem so dismal. Thunderstorms, clouds, snow, and a slight drizzle. Whether it's the weather or the letters by my bed, sometimes death seems better than the migraine in my head.
Man, so there's a lot. These got a great rhythm. Like this upbeat and this hopping all around the place. Like this is one that you can't help. I could go running to this, but just the story of what a migraine is. I'd love to know what y'all say a migraine represents. Like if it represents something specific with them, because I am still learning about 21 Pilots, but man, it's like it's all over the place. And, you know, talking about the difference between Fridays and Sundays, I really want to go back real quick and just hear all that to just digest it again.
They always seem so dismal. Thunderstorms, clouds, snow, and a slight drizzle. Whether it's the weather or the letters by my bed, sometimes death seems better than the migraine in my head. Let it be said what the headache represents. It's me defending in suspense. It's me suspended in a defenseless test, being tested by a ruthless examiner that's represented best by my depressing thoughts. I do not have writer's block. My reader just hates the clock. It will not let me sleep. I get so sleep when I'm dead, and sometimes death seems better than the migraine in my head.
Am I the only one I know? Waging my wars behind my face and above my throat. Shadows will scream that I'm alone, but I know we've made it this far, kid.
This is really good. I really like this song because it has so much hopping around, and it's almost like I'm sitting here waiting to see what the next thing is they're going to say. And this war behind my face and above my throat, which kind of, I'm guessing, like for me, at least the way I'm hearing it, it's in my head, and the thoughts that go in my head and the craziness that goes in my head and the way that life gets and how depressing it can get and how frustrating and all the anger and the sadness and the fear and the anxiety. And it just seems like they capture that so well with all the up, down, and all around. And they're doing it in such an upbeat way and such an honest way that they, you know, I love shadows will scream that I'm alone, even though it's a shadow.
I'm alone, but I know we've made it this far, kid.
I love that.
Pardon me for yelling, I'm telling you, green gardens are not what's growing in my psyche. It's a different me, a difficult to beast, a feasting umber down trees. Freeze frame, please let me paint a mental picture portrait, something you will forget. It's all about my forehead and how it is a door that holds back contents that make Pandora's box contents look non-violent.
It is like you don't understand how crazy I am. I would love to see these people in concert. I don't even know what a concert would be like with them, but it just seems like it would be this one big group event where everybody's participating. So just really cool if any of y'all have been to their concert before, but they just seem to talk like, you know, you don't understand what goes on in my head is just loop-de-loo crazy. And, you know, I've got rage, I've got upset, I've got sadness, I've got depression, I've got anxiety, I've got violence. Oh my gosh, so much going on in there.
It's a door that holds back contents that make Pandora's box contents look non-violent. Behind my eyelids are islands of violence. My mind shipwrecked, this is the only land my mind could find. I did not know it was such a violent island, full of tidal waves, suicidal crazed lions. They're trying to eat me, blood begin. And I know that I can fight or I can let the lion win. I begin to assemble what weapons I can find. Cause sometimes to stay alive, you gotta kill your mind.
Oh, so good. Like, this is great. And I know I'm smiling and I'm laughing because I love this beat and I love the way they deliver the message. And I've also probably can imagine some people relating so closely to these lyrics. It's like, this is it. I am crazy or I'm super rageful, or I'm really down and depressed and, I can't take it, and it's tapping right into it. And that's the part to pay attention to, because I would love to play this song to some of my clients, because it's like, look, this happens. It's okay to have this going on inside your head, and you can do something about it. Sometimes voicing it out, getting it out, screaming it out, running it out, crying it out, all of these things can create some relief and some hope. So remember that. And I love how it stopped all of a sudden at this part where it says sometimes you got to kill your mind. You've got to be able to attack that, do something about it, and not let this stuff take you over. It's okay to acknowledge it as long as you do something about it. And many times when people struggle, they go inward, they isolate, they stay by themselves, they curl up in a bed, like I said, or in the darkness, or sit on social media, and they don't get any better because the anxiety, the depression, the anger, the upset just continues to get bigger and bigger unless we keep moving. Really cool.
To assemble what weapons I can find. Cause sometimes to stay alive, you gotta kill your mind. Am I the only one I know? Waging my wars behind my face and above my throat. Shadows will scream that I'm alone. But I know we've made it this far, kid. Say that we should take a day to break away from all the pain our brain has made. The game is not played alone. And I would say that we should take a moment and hold it and keep it frozen and know that life has a hopeful undertone. And I would say that we should take a day to break away from all the pain our brain has made. The game is not played alone. And I would say that we should take a moment and hold it and keep it frozen and know that life has a hopeful undertone.
That's right. Life has a hopeful undertone, that there is hope. There is possibility. Take a break from the craziness. Take a break from the depression. Take a break. I always tell people, if you got a lot of anxiety, if you got a lot of stress, a lot of anger, a lot of frustration, a lot of sadness, allow yourself to feel that. It's okay. And tell yourself, I'm going to let this stay for this long, 30 minutes, an hour, all morning, whatever it needs to be, as long as it's not day after day. And then give yourself a time limit. When that time limit's up, then you get yourself up, out, going, and doing something that is moving in a different direction, just like this is showing, because life can have a hopeful undertone. And if you ever seen somebody who's really happy, or somebody who's really got a purpose, or somebody who has hope and inspiration, that's what I mean. You can feed off of that and be around people that have that, or listen to music like this that could hopefully keep you going in the right direction.
And I will say that we should take a moment and hold it and keep it frozen and know that life has a hopeful undertone. Am I the only one I know? Waging my wars behind my face and above my throat. Shadows will scream that I'm alone, but I know we've made it this far, kid. We made it this far. We made it this far.
Okay. Wow. That was 21 Pilots and Migraine. Unbelievable. I cannot say enough about that song. That was literally the coolest thing ever. And I just love the beat. I love the way they presented it. I love the stops, the starts. I love the changes in direction. And I'd love to see them in person also, because those lyrics hit home to anybody who's had stress, anxiety, depression, sadness, loss, things that have jarred them in their life, or just simply feeling like they don't fit in and just feel crazy inside our head. And that happens sometimes. So remember, allow yourself to have that time to get it out, to, feel frustrated, to feel sad, anxious, and then let yourself break free from it. I really appreciate this. So many people recommending this song. 21 Pilots, definitely going to come back and do some more. Let me know what other 21 Pilots are good. Thanks for watching. Like this, subscribe it, pass it on to your friends, and I cannot wait to see you for the next reaction therapy.